What's going on, people? Urson here. Welcome back to the channel. The transfer window is now open, so we're gonna be doing a tier list of every Arsenal transfer rumor there is. But before I do that, make sure you hit the subscribe button and like the video. Look, we're on the road to 500 subscribers. Can we achieve that in 2025? That'd be great. But yeah, we're gonna go through every player that's linked with a move to Arsenal in the big 2025. We're gonna rate it from dream signing, most exciting signing, to meh signing that won't do a good job. But yeah, man, I'm excited for the January transfer window. It's one of the biggest transfer windows we've had. Obviously, we're 6 points behind Liverpool, and they have a game in hand, and we need to catch up to them. We need some good additions. Look, Arsenal sometimes just go out of nowhere and buy a random player, like Kivio, for example, and Tomiyasu, but sometimes they can go out and splash the cash like we did with Aubameyang, all those years ago. We signed Trossard 2 years ago. He's done well. Jorginho done well 2 years ago. So we're just going to get right into it. But yes, go, people. Look, man, I need Arsenal to go out there and sign a forward. That's the main thing. Yesterday, we beat Brentford 3-1 without Bukayo Saka, and even Nwaneri was impressive. But let me know what you think. Comment below who you think Arsenal should sign in big 2025. Let's go. Starting off, we're a player that's been heavily linked to us over the past couple of years, Victor Osimhen. This is a player that's balled out for Wolfsburg, for Lille, he's won the titles at Napoli, but now he's found some amazing form in Turkey playing for Galatasaray. I think he would be a good transfer, but nothing exciting. I don't understand why he's at Galatasaray. If he's that great, he wouldn't be playing in the Turkish league. So no, I think he would be a good player for Arsenal, a good transfer, but nothing more. Next up, we have got is Bryan Mbeumo. The right winger is absolutely class. He's been ripping it up for Brentford following the departure of Ivan Toney. He scored a good goal against Arsenal yesterday. Look, we signed Calafiori and he got absolutely skinned by the Cameroonian international. If Mbeumo could get more goals while at Arsenal, it would be an amazing deal. But it would be an exciting / good transfer. Next up is Marcus Rashford. No. Arsenal have been linked with him, exploring a £20 million deal, but the guy's on 375k a week. No. I feel bad for Rashford, right? Because the media have absolutely slammed him mercilessly. The way they talk about this guy like he is a bad person is absolutely stupid. I get it. Man United are one of the biggest clubs in world football, biggest fan bases in world football. Clickbait content will get United fans mad and reacting to it. But the guy is only a human being. Why do they always constantly talking about what he's doing? It makes no sense to me. But at the same time, in football terms, he's not been great since a couple of years ago. I do agree he's like a big game player. He's a big name player. But I think for me, I'd love to see him leave England. Try out Italy or Germany or Spain or something. He can still do a job at a decent side, but the wages is a big no-no for Arsenal. So that's why I put him in no. Up next, this guy here, Victor Gyökeres. Hat-trick against Man City would be an exciting signing. This guy's balled out in the Championship for Coventry, of course. Doing really well at Sporting. All right, Sporting are falling out of form because Amorim has left, but there's still a talented striker in there, and he probably could join us this January. If you look at the release clause, it's possible, but I think he would be an exciting signing. Next, we got Frankie De Jong. He also would be an exciting signing. The reason why he's all in this tier list is because he's always linked with a move away from Barcelona, and Arsenal have been needing centre midfielders for a while, and there's always like Twitter suggestions and links that he could actually be open to a move to Arsenal. Obviously, I think he'll be an exciting signing. Amad Diallo is up next, yeah? This is a player that could be a free agent in 6 months' time. Manchester United are falling apart. He would be another exciting signing for Arsenal. I watch him play. I think he is a baller. I'm not going to lie to you. Skillful. He's good in front of goal. Look, they signed him for 35 million, Man United, and unless they activate a new contract for him, this guy could be going for a free. United are down in the dumps, you know. So a move to Arsenal would make sense for his old career because he would ball out. He done well I think he done well at Sunderland. This guy is a talented player. But another player that would be exciting is Ademola Lookman. Hat trick in the Europa League final. This guy is a baller. He's been balling out for Atalanta. Probably a summer move would make sense for all parties because Atalanta, they're in a title charge with in Serie A. You know, Lookman might want to go on there and win that. He's had experience, the Nigerian international with Fulham and in Everton. That didn't work out. But Salah was in the Premier League with Chelsea and it didn't work out. He's the best winger in the world right now, the Egyptian. So I think another exciting signing will be Ademola a little bit on that left hand side. Still young, 25 years old. Brilliant. Now, up next, Benjamin Sheshko. Arsenal were linked with this striker in the summer. He rejected Arsenal to go to Leipzig, but Arsenal still remain an interest in the striker. Look, I've not really heard much of him since the new deal. I don't know what's going on with him at Leipzig. 21 years, 6 goals, two. Benjamin Sheshko has 6 goals, 2 assists in 15 appearances. He's only 21 years old. There is a baller there, but it would be a good transfer slash decent backup for me. Florian Wirtz, bro. Florian Wirtz is a baller. He's ripping it up for Leverkusen. Last season was one of their best players. They ended up winning the Bundesliga. I think he's cold. In that midfield role, skillful, can bag loads of goals. He is an exciting player to watch and will definitely be an exciting signing for Arsenal. Now into it, Dani Olmo. This guy could leave as a free because Barcelona can't even register him. This guy would be a very good transfer for Arsenal. Why don't we just evaluate our options, try and improve our attacking options in midfield? Done well for Leipzig, balled out at the Euros, had some decent moments. You know, knows a fair few of the players we've got at the club, like Marina, for example. I don't think it would be a bad transfer to go for. It'd be a good move for his career, for a side fighting for a league title. He can play at right wing as well, I've heard. I think he'd do well. But Nkunku, decent backup. When he comes to Arsenal, I'm not going to complain. This guy was balling out next to Olmo at Leipzig before he moves to Chelsea. Has it worked out? Probably not. Sane. I don't know. I feel like he would be a decent backup to Saka. Nothing more, nothing less. Dusan Vlahovic, a good transfer, in my opinion. I think he's a good player. He rejected Arsenal when he was at Fiorentina, apparently. We was trying to sign him, and that really doesn't feel good. But would he do well at Arsenal? I think he would. He would be a good transfer. Maybe an exciting transfer, but for me, it's not as exciting as a Boro who I've watched, as an Olmo who's been balling now. But definitely a better striker in my eyes than Seshko and Osimhen. Up next, Evan Ferguson. It'd be a decent backup, but I don't want a decent backup. I need somebody that's going to be competing for the league title. This guy has immense potential to be a star, but why is he not balling out? Why has he lost his striker spot to Danny Welbeck? Up next, Arda Güler. He would be a decent backup for Bukayo Saka, but for his career, for what Arsenal need at the moment, he would be a very good transfer. As a Turk, I'm Turkish Cypriot. This guy lit up the Euros, scored a sensational goal. And I watched him at Fenerbahce bossing it as they beat Başakşehir in the Turkish Cup final before his transfer to Real Madrid. He would be a very good transfer. Obviously, he's not getting enough minutes at Real Madrid. They've got a lot of talent. But we signed Erdogan alone. He's ended up becoming one of our best players. So who knows? This guy has got the experience at playing for one of the biggest clubs in Turkey, one of the biggest clubs in world football in Real Madrid, Champions League winner, despite the lack of game time. a low move would be a good transfer for all parties. Another player that's been linked with a move to Arsenal is Nuno Mendes. Doesn't want to sign a new deal at PSG. Again, he would be a good transfer for Arsenal. He's been linked with a move to Real Madrid, to Man United. Doesn't want to sign a new deal. I think as a left back option, making runs in behind their defense, putting the crosses in, it will be good. Offers us a different outlay on how to attack with a different team, a different profile of attacking player as a fullback. But now we go into a dream signing, Alexander Isak. This guy is absolutely phenomenal to watch. My opinion, he could play left wing, he could play striker. He's tall, yet agile, beats past his man with me. The way he skinned Virgil van Dijk to score that goal for Newcastle, cold. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely would be great for a dream signing. Newcastle have him as a £150 million price tag. He's got 3 years left on his deal, but this guy deserves Champions League football. He's been balling out. And the only problem I have with Isak that would make him more of an exciting signing than a dream signing, although he's a dream signing, injuries. He stays fit. He has the whole top role because he is a baller. Next up, Jamal Musiala, another dream signing for me. I think this guy would elevate our attacking options. Part English. I think he would love a move in the Premier League. It'll be a perfect move for Arsenal. Bro, he's just excited to watch. Class. Can play in midfield, can play out wide. He would fit the role of a playmaker. I just think he's exciting to watch. I love Musiala. He cooked Arsenal as well the last time we played them. He's experienced from Germany. He's a multiple Bundesliga winner. Yeah, he's cold. He's cold. Up next, we've got Joao Garcia, goalkeeper for Espanyol. For me, he'd be a decent backup. He would be an upgrade on Neto. Nothing more, nothing less. Up next, we've got Johan Bakayoko, a baller, a Belgian player, playing for PSV. Apparently, he can leave on a free in the summer. He's a talented player. I've only known about this transfer through Transfer Daily. Robbie was reporting about it. I just think he'd be a decent backup to Saka, to the players that we've got. Potential's there, but for now, decent backup. Joe Bellingham as well, a decent backup to what we've got. Mohamed Kudus. I like watching him play. I think he's more exciting to watch than Brian Mbeumo, yeah. I wanted him when he was at Ajax. Because this guy can play at right centre mid, right wing, and left wing, attacking midfielder, and even have a role as a false nine. That's why I think he would be an exciting time because of the versatility he offers. I think he's been decent for West Ham this season. Almost got a belter against Liverpool. He was their best player in that game that I watched. Yeah, an exciting signing. And last five now, we're wrapping this up fairly quickly. Inaki Williams, another exciting signing. He balled out at the Euros alongside Lamine Yamal as they won it. I think he's a talented footballer, but his form for Bilbao has gone off the radar. He was demanding like 200k or so. Look, Arsenal can pay that fee. It'd be good to see him at Arsenal. I think he'd be excited to watch. An exciting signing. But there's my final dream signing. Rodrigo. Look, this transfer can happen. Rodrigo is going to be a player. When he gets 1 or 2 years older, he wants the limelight to himself. He's going to want to leave Real Madrid to be his old footballer, to be the main man for a football team. Yeah? Real Madrid are always signing star quality players, whether it be from Brazil, like they did with him and Vinicius, or the next big thing coming out from Europe to make them their main man, like with Mbappe. They always sign top quality players. And Rodrigo may look at that and be like, you know what? I want to move. I want to leave. The Premier League, Arsenal would be a fantastic move for him. I don't think he'll demand absurd amounts of money, but an affordable range like a 250, 300k wage, it would be a decent deal for all parties. Like I think he's worth 100 million. I think he's a baller. He's a big game player for Real Madrid. He can play right wing, left wing, striker, and I think he will want to leave Real Madrid soon. And I think Real Madrid will want to sign somebody, and then he will end up like Ozil, like Di Maria, like Bale. Up next, we've got Paul Pogba. In my opinion, a decent backup. Could you imagine a rejuvenated Paul Pogba in the midfield with Erdogan? Just skills and tricks involved. Like, I feel like we should have gone for him when he was at Man United a couple of years back, to be honest. Because he fits our style of play. He fits us tactically where he would be thriving as a playmaker or as a box-to-box midfielder. This guy could score from distance. He can score headers. He's aware of his surroundings in the box. He's got a brilliant eye for a pass. I feel like Arteta was getting the best out of Pogba, but it'd be a free signing. He would be an option that actually do well. He's won a World Cup. He's won multiple league titles at Juve. He was previously in the team of the year. Unfortunately, he's not been playing proper football. He's tailed off at Juve in his second spell and at Man United, but Man United are known for ruining players. And then the last signing that is just a straight no is Kolo Muani. I don't want a decent backup option for Havertz, and he's linked with a loan move away, PSG. Maybe he would do well with the experiences he's had, but for now, he's not an exciting player. Last but not least, we've got Matheus Cunha. I think he would be an exciting transfer. He is single-handedly keeping Wolves in the Premier League at the moment with some of the goals he has scored. He could play as striker, he could play out wide, he could play as an attacker midfielder. I think he is a massive baller. Arsenal need attacking options. We need a player with the X factor in the Champions League. To be fair, if I put the Champions League into mind, I'd probably say this. You know, these six players here do well in the Champions League for Arsenal. Would do really well in the Champions League. I think they would ball out. Nuno Mendes has a Champions League experience as well. I think that's what we're going to need in the summer. Not just the Premier League quality, but Champions League quality. Players that can get Arsenal over the line. That's why Musiala and Rodrigo are my dream transfers. Because they've done it in the Champions League. They've won the Champions League. They've been important in big games. But let me know what you think in the comments, guys. Big up for watching the video. Let me know what you think. Who should Arsenal sign? Let's go! Can Arsenal still win the league? I'll leave it to you guys. Let's go in a bit, people. In a bit. I'm out!